Okay, I mean, the Browns just traded the Broncos just traded Jerry Jeudy for a 2024 fifth and sixth rounder. Okay, feels like a nothing trade, but it's fine, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pull up a chair because class is in session. You've had people telling you what we should do all offseason from the time we were officially eliminated from the playoffs. And to me, that's irresponsible because you have no idea who's going to get franchise tagged, who's going to be available, what our cap situation is going to be. And I'm not here to just make videos for no goddamn reason. I'm here to educate. You're here to educate me. We are an ecosystem. I have been waiting patiently, biding my time, seeing exactly how much money we have to spend, seeing exactly what we need going into the draft. And today we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you some moves we need to make, some players I want to grab, dream scenarios, some players I think are a little more likely, holes we can fill, holes we're going to leave open to fill in the draft. Should we trade up? Who should we cut? It's time to get into exactly what the Raiders need to do to become contenders. The first thing the Raiders need to do, and this, I don't like saying this. I just feel like he's kind of taking a step back, and there really isn't a spot for him on the roster the way it's currently constructed. We need to trade Hunter Renfrow. It'll save up some money. It'll give more reps to Trey Tucker, who seems like the new slot guy now. And I just feel like, for whatever reason, when McDaniels came in, oh, it's so sad. We had delusions of grandeur of having Brady as Carr, Waller as friggin' Gronkowski, and Edelman would be the Renfrow type, or vice versa, you know what I'm saying? And now Renfro's hanging on by a thread. They haven't got rid of him yet. I assume at some point they will get rid of him. That is the first thing we need to do. I don't have a lot of energy with that one because it's a bit of a somber, sad one because I do like Hunter Renfrow, but I think we need to get rid of him, trade or cut in some capacity. Okay, now here we go. Energy's back. Two players that we have that are free agents that we must re-sign without a doubt. I'm not saying that we shouldn't re-sign all these guys. I'm just saying, without a doubt, priority numero uno, that means number one for my English-speaking crowd, Josh Jacobs and Amik Robertson. Two players who exude what it is to be a Raider. And if Tom Telesco and AP are serious about cultivating a culture where the Raider way is the way of the future, we need to keep the guys that have been exhibit A and B for working hard, getting better, and being absolute dogs on the football field. Now listen, these contracts have to be reasonable, right? There's got to be a little give and take between the players and the front office. But Josh Jacobs is a workhorse, and when he's healthy, he's one of the best. And if he goes down, we got Zamir White to back him up. And Amik Robertson made a lot of goddamn plays last year, and he's coming along. The only good draft pick we made in that draft. And if we could keep Amik with Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones and a younger Jacorian Bennett, we might only need one more corner to solidify the secondary. Josh Jacobs and Amik Robertson are must bring backs. I know Andre James and Van Roten and Elmanor are out there. I would like to bring some of those guys back, but they are not must re-signs for your boy. I've got four, count them, four top targets to go after. I'm going to do them in reverse order. Number 4, a veteran backup. This is not going to be a Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins situation. It's going to be more of a Russell Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, Jacoby Brissett, somebody to come in and show the kiddos the ropes, to compete, to push them to the brink, and to show the kiddos how it's done. I like Brissett. He's a big body. He can make some plays. Won't cost you too much, but he's also a viable backup option if a rookie goes down or if a rookie or AOC is not ready to play. I kind of like Tannehill too. I've always liked him. I thought he was better than most people said. I feel like I was validated when he went to Tennessee and he went to the AFC Championship and he almost beat Mahomes. They were up 11. Anyway, a veteran backup is somebody that I think we absolutely should go after. My third target that I feel like needs to be discussed, I can't really see it because of my shades, Kendall Fuller. He's the only cornerback I would consider throwing a lot of money at. If you don't get someone like Kendall Fuller, it's kind of a huge drop-off in terms of the cornerback market free agency-wise this year, the year of our Lord 2024. So, Kendall Fuller is the only guy I would consider. He'd be our number one, number two, depending on how Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs stack up. Then you'd have those two, Kendall Fuller, Amik, and Jacorian. That's a solid squad. If we don't end up getting Kendall Fuller, I'm not upset taking a corner at number 13 or in the second or third round to fill up another slot. Kendall Fuller is the only CB I would consider for free agency bars. Number two, Patrick Queen had an unbelievable year last year, the best year of his career. Is it because of Coach McDonald? Old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. I don't know, that's not making it in the video. No chance. Is Patrick Queen a flash in the pan? Is he going to cost a lot of money? Well, hold on, let me answer the flash in the pan thing. I don't know. Is he going to cost a lot of money? Yes. Here's what I do know. He's 25. He's my age. He's a young buck, not Buccaneer, Raider. Go after him. AP and the boys and Patrick Graham will coach him up. He'd be an absolute unbelievable Raider. I could see it in his eyes, the way he plays. He's a violent player who flies around the field. Patrick Queen, welcome to the squad. And number one, and I kept Chris Jones off this list, full disclosure, because I just don't think he'll be available. Number one, can you guess? It might not be who you think. It's exactly who you think. It's Christian Wilkins. I just hit the TV because I'm excited. That guy, I mean, if we can get him in the middle, Christian Wilkins, 10 sacks last year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. To couple with Kuntz on the left, Crosby on the right, Tyree to the left of him, or to the right of him, inside. That is an interior defensive line that is a force to be reckoned with. Christian Wilkins is the only person I am okay backing up a Brink truck, because this is the way you beat Mahomes. You pressure him up the middle and around the ends. And if you have to draft someone like our boy who went to Texas with the 13th overall pick, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But it's going to take a little bit of time to develop before we call him Aaron Donald. Or we can go get someone like a Christian Wilkins, a proven commodity. We have the money. He would absolutely make our defensive line one of the best, if not the best defensive line in the game, assuming Malcolm Kuntz continues to skyrocket. Christian Wilkins is my number one target. However, we aren't done. Here are three interesting options, interesting players out there. Bryce Huff. I think also 10 sacks last year. It'd be amazing to have Kuntz be what he is, but it'd be also a little bit better to have another guy in the rotation that can get after the quarterback. Now, is he another flash in the pan? I don't know. That's why I don't have him in my top options, because I'm afraid, similar to Patrick Queen, that he's not going to perform like he did last year. So the Eagles are going after him. Drew Tranquill. Tom Telesco and him apparently had a little bit of beef because Tranquill left the Chargers. I don't know if it was bad terms, if Telesco lowballed him, blah, blah, blah. If we're going to steal a Kansas City Chief, I want it to be Chris Jones, right? But Tranquill's not a bad option to have flying around there. He's sort of a discount Patrick Queen. If we can get him on the squad, maybe get him and Queen, solidify that linebacking core with Spillane, that'd be sick. And then Gabe Davis is interesting just because he's a really good football player, and it'd be nice to take a weapon from the Buffalo Bills. Now, if he's going to cost wide receiver one money, absolutely no thank you. Again, these guys that I'm saying that are interesting choices are just people to throw out there. You know, when we got Jacoby Myers, people were like, huh? What? We don't need him. We got all these receivers. And it turns out that he was a stud. So imagine if we could have Devontae, Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, and Trey Tucker, and Michael Mayer. I mean, you can never have too many offensive weapons. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is very important, so I need you guys to lock in. Telesco and AP, I know you're already doing this, but just in case you're not, we definitely need to be doing our due diligence in terms of trading up for a top prospect who plays quarterback. Look into every avenue, every option. However, do not settle for a bad deal if it's going to completely hinder us in the future and if you don't know for sure if our guy's going to be there. The reason I say that is because I have right now in front of me the history of quarterbacks taken by teams trading up to grab them. Here's just the last few. Bryce Young, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Mitchell Trubisky, Patrick Mahomes. The only two guys who actually have worked out for their teams are Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Two of the best quarterbacks to do it, right? And when you do it and you do it right, correctly, they could turn into difference makers. But for every Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, there are 2, if not 3, Josh Rosens and Mitchell Trubisky's and Trey Lance's and Bryce Young's. So those are the things that I've mapped out. And we're still not done because I have another plan I'd like to talk about from Iceberg AC, one of my patrons. If you want your plans, your comments read out loud in these videos, it's literally $1 a month on Patreon. Not $1 a day or week, $1 a month to contribute to my videos. I asked my patrons, do you have off-season plans? What should we do? They gave me their plans. I'm gonna read them. Iceberg AC said, if I was a general manager, I would, number 1, try and trade Devontae Adams and see how close assets-wise we can get to Jaden Daniels. Add additional capital if it's ridiculously a stiff price. Number 2, sign Calvin Ridley opposite Jacoby Myers. Still going to save money from the Adams contract. Ridley, better timing in the offense, something that would be better for Jaden Daniels or AOC. Number 3, Christian Wilkins. There we go. We finally see eye to eye here. Sign whatever he wants, give it to him. Number 4, sign Russell Wilson, don't hate it, on Denver's dime. And let the guy start in front of Daniels for a year or until Daniels is ready, or if Russ turns back into a G, let him run the offense for the remaining 2 years. Number 5, draft a top-flight cornerback, what I said, and sign Stephon Gilmore to a 2-year contract. He follows up by signing Amik Robertson. Great guy, hard worker for a backup spot or starter. That is it. That is my patron, Iceberg AC's plan. Comment below your plans. Check out the Patreon. Link is in the description below. It is ALLaBorde Raiders. Patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. $1 a month. I'm going to be asking people to contribute to the videos via the Patreon. It's that simple. Please be sure to subscribe. It is free after all, no charge to you. I love you guys. Happy free agency. And I'll see you next time. Pick! Let's go! Do I return it? I do! Where's my blocks? Oh my God, look out! Micah Hyde! Can he pick it? One man to beat! Oh!